Yes, it's Friday. You know what that means. We start a conga line in Times Square and pray we don't get stabbed. Good. Okay. Leave it in. So let's welcome tonight's guests. Her only threesome was with Smokey and the Bandit, a co-host of The Bottom Line on Fox Business, Dagan McDowell. I checked it with her. He knows what good TV is, but decided to do our show anyway. TV writer and producer Rob Long. People love his shows because they can catch up on lost sleep. Comedian Joe DeVito. And finally, he buys 2 seats when he flies, one for him and one for his belt. My massive sidekick in the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Pirates. All right, before we get to these news stories, it's Friday, so let's do this.
Greg's Leftovers.
Tasty hot water. It's Leftovers, where I read the jokes we didn't use this week. And as always, it's my first time reading them, so if they suck, I get to kill anyone I want. A group of nude cyclists exposed themselves to children at the Seattle Pride Parade. Coincidentally, it's the first time those cyclists were exposed to exercise. And when asked if cycling in the buff would be painful, Lance Armstrong replied, "My ball would be killing me." All right.
Yeah.
After the president was seen with strap marks on his face, the White House confirmed that he wears a CPAP mask for sleep apnea, while the cleaning staff also confirmed he suffers from sleep crapnea. 3 jokes in, we got a poop joke. New York Mayor Eric Adams is mandating schools to offer 2 to 5 minutes of mindful breathing exercises to students every day. Yeah, it turns out that the average high school senior is only breathing at a 3rd grade level. That's funny, because it's true. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. released a video of him pumping iron shirtless. Look at that. While he's hitting the weights, others will stick to the Stairmaster. In a recent episode of The View, instead of saying beaches, Whoopi said bitches. And if you worked there, that word would be on the tip of your tongue, too. A recent study found more men are being diagnosed with eating disorders because of porn, which makes sense since no one ever eats the pizza that gets delivered. Liz Warren blasted the Supreme Court for declaring affirmative action unconstitutional. She's been carrying a grudge against white people ever since she was exposed as one. Let's hope she doesn't go on the warpath. Ooh, yeah. Don't take those blankets. Several Danish sailors were rescued after their boat capsized from a collision with a group of whales. The Danish Coast Guard warned other vessels to be on the lookout by releasing this image. Saw it coming. Terrible people. You're terrible. Oh, this insult conservatism. It was reported this week that the Earth's axis has been shifting. So to even things out, scientists are asking certain folks to move slightly to the left. You should just try to do a whole hour. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny opens in theaters today. It's kind of a letdown. The Dial of Destiny turns out to be the life alert button around Harrison Ford's neck. Supreme Court just ruled that colleges and universities can no longer take race into consideration for admission. Instead, they should admit students based on which ones are most willing to have sex with the professor. Yeah, where's the applause now, huh? You bunch of perverts. According to a new poll, Kamala Harris has the lowest approval rating of any VP in history. She's so unpopular, her new Secret Service code name is Kilmeade. so mean to Kamala. Finally, Dr. Fauci is joining the faculty at Georgetown University, calling the choice a no-brainer. Coincidentally, during the pandemic, that's what the country was calling him. All right. Yeah. Not a bad batch. Some were obvious, but so was I. If you're flying for Independence Day, you better get down and pray. And no travel delays complete without excuses from Mayor Pete. It's barely started and already thousands of U.S. airline passengers were stranded by flight cancellations and delays. It's the worst thing to happen to the airline industry since the Hindenburg installed that wood-burning pizza oven. Too soon? I don't think so. But while airlines and other officials seem quick to blame bad weather, the real culprit seems to be good old-fashioned bureaucracy. Stuff like internal communications and lingering staff shortages from the pandemic. In fact, U.S. domestic airline capacity is still down 10% compared to pre-pandemic rates. And the dip makes it harder to find new seats for passengers whose original flights have been canceled. But one upside, when you're told that you can't get your checked bags for days, at least you'll know Sam Brinton can't steal them. Yeah. Still fetching as ever. He'll fetch your luggage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you. Meanwhile, in a memo to staff earlier this week, United Airlines CEO Scott Kirby blamed understaffing and lack of experience at the FAA, or FAA. That's how you say it, FAA. Which means some of the responsibility for this mess has to fall on the U.S. Secretary of Train Wrecks. If this guy's in charge much longer, we'll need to go back to covered wagons. But Pete Buttigieg was quick to dismiss the criticism by saying that weather was still the major culprit. Figures that a family with two dads would blame Mother Nature.
A homophobe would say.
Rob, you sleep in airports often.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't even have flights scheduled.
I don't have a home. That's what you do.
Yes, exactly. You're the most well-dressed hobo on the eastern seaboard.
If you dress okay, nobody ever complains that you took a crap in the corner. They think you're like that's it. Well, the rich guy did it. It's like it's fine. I'm sure he knows somebody.
Yes. You still have the bindle on the stick?
Not on a stick.
Okay, good. So do you think this is overwrought? Do you think they're blaming the right people?
Yeah, and that they're blaming everybody.
Yeah.
I actually do. But I think that we're two things. One is the constant rearrangement of the rules of travel. Like, everything is so miserable. Like, sometimes it's like, take off your shoes. Then it's like, don't take off your shoes.
Yes.
And then, do you notice that now they go through the cabin and they close the shades, or they open the shades?
They close them to keep it cool, and then
That I
open,
get. Right?
Yeah.
They open them when you land for some reason. That's a new rule that just appeared. So there's all that. But this is, just to be serious for a minute, a lot of this is about COVID. Mm-hmm. We are going to be working out the we did during COVID for the next 10 years. Mm-hmm. We really did a number on ourselves, or actually the federal bureaucrats did a number on us, and not just travel, but schools. We raised a generation of kids to be basically Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
We're going to be paying the price for 10 years, and this is what this is about. And we're all, all the bureaucrats trying to pretend that it's the weather, it's this, it's that. No, it's like we shot a hole through our economy for 2 years for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Tyrus, I go to you because I think you are the only person that's going to say what the other big problem is. And their big problem is usually in Lululemon pants.
Yep. See, there's a couple sprinkled in the audience. Yeah.
They start yelling at you,
There's
Tyrus.
a few of you some bitches who have to tell their whole life story to the front counter.
Yes.
Okay. we're all delayed. Okay.
Yes.
It's not a conspiracy theory. Okay. Not because your MAGA tattoo on the small of your back. It's because the flight's delayed. We want to blame Buttigieg, which is easy to do. The man wore dress shoes at a train wreck site, so I get it. But it's cheap ticket buying people's fault.
Yeah.
Keep buying them Spirits and the Jet Blues, not beautiful sweet Delta, not Delta. Delta, whom I love. better get my ass home tonight because I will have a different thing to say next time back on.
But it is really,
it's people buying all these cheap tickets online. You get a $29 ticket.
Yeah.
And then they bump yours for someone who paid full price, and it's a conspiracy. Yeah, your ass is cheap. There, I said it.
You did.
You did.
Dagan, when I was a child, and I think when you were growing up in the South, they did have air travel, but did they not? From
Well, I'm gonna get that promotion a lot sooner than I thought. Fire away.
No, but I mean, it was different. You always paid full price for a ticket, and you actually wore, pants. You know what I mean? It was a different world.
No, I took the bus.
See, I wasn't far off.
And we are all soft. Nobody remembers Greyhound.
Yeah.
Nobody remembers having to wear a bandana over your eyes so you don't have to look at Donnie Dahmer sitting across the aisle, staring at your legs, trying to decide whether he's gonna fry or fricassee him for supper, or holding an empty Frito bag over your nose trying to mask the smell of the sloshing toilet in the back of the bus, right?
I did things.
It's not the FAA, it's not the airlines, it's the human beings on the planes that make it so miserable. Before you even push back from the gate, the jackass sitting next to you has his shoes off and his damp socks off, and has managed to pull out his sweaty victuals wrapped in some saran wrap and is eating them before you're even in the air.
Yeah.
That's flying.
Yeah. Joe, as a comedian, this is the generic wheelhouse. Oh boy, flying.
Yeah.
What's up with the airline industry?
You know someone's ridden a lot on Greyhound when they use the word vittles. That's a tell. I'm concerned about this United CEO because they're having the worst reaction to this. And he was describing their preparation, and he said, we're all hands on deck. That's what you say on a boat.
Yes.
Okay? So if they know there's going to be water landings, maybe they should let us know beforehand. I don't think on the Titanic they thought we got to get this thing off the ground.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the flight situation is bad, but I think we're worried too much about the regular passengers. I think we're forgetting the real victims, and that's the drug mules.
Yes.
Because, well, everybody wants to get home for the holiday, but imagine your flight's delayed, you're sitting in the airport, you've got 2 kilos of cocaine shoved up your butt. You're nervous, you're sweating, it's 4th of July, there's fireworks going off. It's very bad for the digestion.
That's an interesting point. How does a drug mule handle like that sort of thing? Like, imagine being a drug mule and your flight gets canceled.
Yeah.
Right? Your flight gets canceled and it's like you're coming from like, I don't know, wherever. Well, who knows where it comes from, but let's just say Mexico.
Let's say Colorado.
Colorado. And they cancel your flight, and does that mean you have to poop this stuff out and do it all over again? Does that mean you have to poop it out and then eat it again?
Yeah.
Where do I sign up?
That's the only time you say, let's see what Spirit Air has to offer.
But it's true. I never thought of that. Like, you got to, because you can't keep it inside you.
Hold on, time out. Did anyone here think of that? Did anyone here think, oh, man, what do you do when you're running late? Do you re-eat the drugs? No, you worry about the bullet in your head that it's going to get for not being there.
Yes. Well,
drug mule, Greg.
Yes.
You're in your universe,
Yes.
which I never want to visit. But in your universe, a drug mule is somebody who says, I won't do that.
Yeah.
That's they draw a line at that.
Yes, exactly.
They'll do all that, but
Yeah.
not if it's late, man. I want my meal voucher.
Yeah.
I think bigger problems. Number 10, maybe. We got number 1 through 9 to solve.
Well, you know what? If drugs were legalized, we wouldn't need drug mules.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, huh? Made you think, didn't I?
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.